Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host Eben, and today we're here at the beautiful world famous London Bridge in sunny Havasu. We're here to talk to you about getting your boat to run better than brand new by choosing all the right fluids. We're going to start out with the 100% synthetic marine gear oil. Right here is 100% synthetic, has a much higher film between the metal. That more complete film has less vibration, less wear in the component. This also has additives that keep from foaming in the gear oil. Up to 10% water dilution, and you're still protected with this. Meets and exceeds all your major specifications, GL4, GL5, and all your marine applications. Here are each different boat it meets and exceeds. This right here could get your gear sets to last 2 to 3 times longer because of the 100% synthetic film strength. An oil manufacturer can actually call a full synthetic when it's only 25% synthetic. Right here is 100% synthetic. You don't have those mineral deposits in your gear oil. It doesn't burn as easy. It doesn't thicken and oxidize. This right here is going to resist foaming as well. When those gears whisk together and there's foam in between, you get metal on metal. If you want lube on metal and you want it to run smoother, get that prop to run longer, get your prop to run stronger, definitely you're going to want to get this gear oil. You can get it right here on my website, syntheticoilprotection.net. And the best part, I'll be able to answer all your questions in the future with the products as your independent Amsoil dealer. Now we're on to our motor oil, what we call the lifeblood of the motor. This right here lubricates your rings, your pistons. This right here puts a hydraulic film between the metal. The more complete that film, the better and longer your engine's gonna last. You're gonna have less carbon deposits. Your motor's gonna run smoother, less vibration, and less fuel consumption. What's that mean? That means more money in your pocket. Who couldn't use an extra 6 grand in their pocket? I know I'd love an extra 6 grand. Right here is good for double your OEM oil change interval on inboard motors. On outboard motors, you wanna change it at the same as regular oil change, but if you do oil analysis, you could go significantly longer, 2 to 3 times longer, as long as you're checking the motor oil and doing an oil analysis. Meets and exceeds API SN, JASO, and also your FCW spec for all your major engine applications. Now it's time for our synthetic blend. You're right, this is specifically built to meet the applications of these high revving, high RPM motors, 20W-40, and this is specifically built for double the OEM oil change interval than what comes in your boat on inboard motors. On outboard motors, you're good for the OEM, and this meets and exceeds your API SM, FCW, major boat motor specifications. If you want your boat to run longer and stronger, you definitely want to get that motor oil. Your boat can run better than brand new. What am I going to do about my fuel issues? Why is there water in my gas? Well, yeah, you want to get a water separator, but you also want to always treat your fuel with a stabilizer and also a cleaner. You can run this as a heavy dose to clean up your valves, injectors, even carbureted engines. Gets that carbon and varnish off your valves so you have a much better seal on there. Better fuel mileage, you're gonna make more power, and your motor will last longer and run stronger. This keeps from ethanol separation. When you let a boat sit for a long time, water, ethanol, and gasoline all separate. When they separate, you can get calcification because the water is separating, which you don't want. You want to keep it all homogenized. How it helps your boat motor. If you want to try this stuff, you can get it right here on syntheticoilprotection.net. The best part, when you order off my website, name's Eben, I'll be able to answer all your questions on your boat fluids in the future as your independent Amsoil dealer. What are you gonna do about those wheel bearings on your trailer? How are you gonna keep that grease in place? Well, gonna go ahead and use the synthetic water resistant grease. This right here is specifically built for marine power sport applications. Gonna wanna try these products, definitely check out this video right here. 50 years of Amsoil anniversary. You're gonna wanna try these products. You can order them off my website right here at syntheticoilprotection.net. I'm your host Eben. Protection. Yeah, this gear oil pack right here, this sucker will hold 1,100 pounds of pressure. I mean, that's strong.